They just relaunch everything.
Okay, Nolan is relaunching, but we are so back. Welcome back, Nolan. But welcome back to BibleCraft Season 2, Episode 4, WWW. Tonight is another me and Nolan special with us and our random thoughts. So,
It might be a shorter stream.
yeah.
The speaker for our youth group's retreat is coming in tonight, so I'm hosting him. So I've got to be kind of ready to go for that.
Yep.
I'm also on call with one of our leaders who's getting groceries right now, so I might have to dip out for that too. It's gonna be a busy night, but a good one.
Yeah. So might not be on for as long as the normal 2 hours, but we will BibleCraft it up until we aren't BibleCrafting it up. I know Nolan was having some tech issues. Do you have game sounds now?
Yeah, my game sounds are really echoey too, so I think it is my mic.
That's weird. But yeah, so I think my goal for in Minecraft today is I need to go to the mines because I'm currently out of iron and I have no diamonds. So I'm gonna go hit up the mines for a little bit. I made up a little bit of new iron gear because my old stuff was breaking, and that doesn't work very well if you're trying to do exploring. So hey, how's it going, Darth? I think what time? Jared's starting probably about 25 minutes or so, isn't he? I think he's doing. Is he doing Day of Doom again? Hype game. If anyone plays Fortnite, the new LTM is awesome. Yeah, I can hear you. Oh gosh, there is a creeper in my mine shaft. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh gosh, run! I guess I didn't light up my mine shaft enough or something there. All right, what did we say diamond level is? Y11, right? Oh yeah, because here's a strip mine.
Yeah, it's Y12. I think it's below Y12.
Yeah.
Not Y16, as I learned the hard way.
Yeah. I need to try to just find a new cave because I know technically it's more efficient to just strip mine, but strip mining is so boring.
I found my stuff from strip mining.
Yeah, I just hate strip mining. There's bound to be a cave somewhere around here. If it was daytime, I would have just gone for a quick run into the distance to find a cave.
It's true. Or we could have slept, but
that would have made too much sense.
I need more stone. There's really we learned the hard way. There's really not a lot to do in this version of Minecraft.
Yeah, which is part of the fun because it is more relaxed and more just kind of
nostalgia stream.
Yeah. I guess I will just start.
Tell me why I was going to the Nether to do netherite mining before I realized.
Classic. Did you bring a bunch of beds with you?
Yeah.
So funny.
Just bring on autopilot mode.
Yeah. What mods are you running
over here?
Of Minecraft? Honest. So this is currently an unmodded version. We are just in 1.7.10. The only mods I have are just like the ones that are built into Lunar Client. So where would that even be? So basically just like FPS stuff, different zooms, some different lighting stuff, potion effects, stuff up here to tell me what our coordinates are. Honestly, just kind of like not mods that affect gameplay, but just mods that honestly just make it
quality of life mods.
Yeah, quality of life mods. That mostly were all actually designed for use with Bed Wars. But now we just all use Lunar Client for everything. So it's just kind of always on. Like this got Fulbright and stuff, but when I'm doing survival, I try not to have Fulbright on.
Is that cheating, technically?
No, it's not cheating, but for me personally, I then get really confused and don't ever put torches down. Which then is not
I do that
very
too,
helpful.
but I'm still playing with Fulbright on.
Yeah. I'm thinking about my it's been a few weeks since I posted anything with Twister Survival. I think I just kind of decided that I was done with that. It was just getting kind of boring. Because I didn't really have a goal. I am thinking about starting up like a actual modded series. Or the other thing I'm thinking about just doing. So there's a week in November that my wife is out of town. And so I am straight up just thinking about legitimately doing like way too much streaming that week. Including possibly a full-on like playthrough of a mod pack. But we'll see based on how my schedule is going. No, not 1.12. It is 1.7.10. So it was basically the earliest version we could find that I didn't have to pay for, in terms of like hosting a server. I was gonna say, I think what's the current version of Minecraft? It's up to like what 1.14 now?
1.20.
Oh,
That's 1.21.
That's right. I don't even. Yeah, because 1.12 I think is where a lot of the mods paused out at. Is that right, Nolan?
Yeah, there was another like a bunch of mods that like oh gosh. There's another group of like modders that got stuff all the way up to like 1.18.
Yeah, because I remember it all usually like pauses out. Like there's certain versions that they just pause out at and update to then.
Caves and Cliffs was a big one.
Yeah, because that changed so much of the source code for Minecraft 2. That because of that they ended up just needing to redo all the modding. Awesome. I found 7 iron. This is not going well for me yet.
I'm about to level 30, so I can almost get a pickaxe.
Nice.
And then it'll take all 30 of my levels instead of 3 of them.
I think especially in this version, it is going to be in our best interest to go the book method. Because of the fact that it's so hard to get to level 30. You played Pixelmon. I've actually never played Pixelmon, oddly enough. That's like one
Is that Minecraft Pokemon?
Yeah, it's one of the mod packs I have like no experience with because I've never been a huge Pokemon kid. So I wouldn't even really know what to do with it.
Pokemon was always one of those games that like made me uncomfortable. I can't explain why.
Yeah.
I just never liked it.
Yeah, I never had any issues with it. It just never really interested me a whole lot. But I know Pixelmon was a huge mod pack a few years ago in terms of content creation. There were a lot of YouTubers I used to watch who played it, but I just personally never did. Partially because of the fact that up until I got my computer back in... When did I upgrade to a computer? It was right after
I would say like October.
It was around my... it was probably around my birth.
Maybe New Year?
Yeah, because it was after tax season, because we got it with tax return money.
Got it. I just paid my taxes recently, and it was not fun. I had an extension.
Yeah. So probably back in the spring, sometime around my birthday-ish. I haven't had something that could really play mods. I messed around with some mods on my old laptop, but I didn't run them super well.
We talked about doing a modded BibleCraft for this season too.
But then we just ended up going just retrocraft, more so than anything.
And if we do like a, what's it called? If we end up doing another kind of like modded BibleCraft, it'll be a different season.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be a different cast for it because some of our guys can't run. Mods like can't run mods like period almost.
Yeah. And our cast is already kind of shifting for this season just because of availability. So actually, this is probably a good time to segue into it. Ben is kind of officially stepping down for the time being, so he'll be more of a guest star when he's able to get on, more so than a weekly host, just because he's busy being at home and stuff.
Yeah, living at home means that you are living at home is really good because it saves you rent. But when you have a bigger family back at home, it also means you get on the loop for a lot of childcare stuff.
Yep. I hear a bat flying around nearby.
Do you remember the bat spawner I put under your house in the last world?
Oh my gosh, that annoyed me. Alright, before I get distracted, I need to go back and mine that iron I just found. This bat literally sounds like it's right next to me.
Batty.
Watch it just be like a 2-block cave with nothing else there. Oh, found the cave. Okay, so I need to mine whatever I just found over here, and then I'm going for that cave. But while we're here, our topic for tonight, which I already put in the stream title, is
kind of a loose topic.
Yeah, it's a very loose topic. All right, no worries, Darth. See you later. Our loose topic for tonight is just kind of talking about philosophy and like what the point is of. And I originally, when Noel and I were messaging about it, was mostly like just youth-min, but then I just kind of branched it off into just next-gen ministry as a whole, because of the fact that we both are in charge of those areas at our churches. Because there's a lot that goes into all of, kidsmen, student or youthmen, depending on what your church calls it, and then even up into young adult ministry, that all get run very differently from each other, but at the heart of it usually have a very similar philosophy behind it, even if there's a slightly different focus for that period of your church's life. I feel like Nolan actually is probably more organized, because I know you just finished that big like year-long project you were working on for your church. Do you have like a mission statement sort of thing for your?
Yeah. So our church's mission statement is confessing our brokenness. We're committed to loving Christ, loving one another, and sharing Christ's love and God's word in our community. So that's our church's whole mission statement. And for youth ministry specifically, I think youth ministry, the best thing you can do is to just rip it straight from your church's mission statement. So our mission statement is the same thing, but with the word students added in. The real difference, what sets our youth ministry apart from that, is our vision statement. Oh gosh, there are 2 spiders in my house. Our youth group vision statement is we use biblical teaching and real relationships to create a culture of caring that is all about Jesus.
That's good.
And that is the way it is because it plays into 2 things that I'm really big about in the way I do ministry. And segueing along through that, some things that I am building a culture of in our youth group. So our youth group is undergoing a bit of a culture shift from being strictly about teaching to being more strictly about relationships. Because I am a very firm believer in that you can't effectively do ministry to people unless you have a relationship with them first. It's kind of one of those core statements is relationship determines response. And you'll see that with a lot of different ministry stuff. But I very firmly believe that like if you're going to get people to respond to the gospel, you have to have a relationship with them first. And so a big part of our youth group's identity right now is going toward relationship building. So with our retreat that we're doing next week, one part of our this is also shaped in part by years of camp ministry that I've done. So one of the ways that we're chasing that, and during our retreats, we have one-on-one conversations with our students built into it. Hang on. Can I borrow a book?
Yeah. Just go into my, I think it's in my valuable stuff chest. I have a lot of leather and stuff, so just take whatever you need.
I just got 30 levels, and I'm going to bank them now before I lose them.
Yeah. Especially in this version, because it's so hard to get them back.
Cool, 30 levels, and I got Prot 1.
No shot. Oh, it's because you have to break all the torches in blocks, because I limited the table.
Well, that was 6 levels just burnt. So I was going to say it didn't take all 30 levels.
Oh, gosh. I didn't think to undo it. Yeah, I put torches and stuff in front of it. Oh, gosh.
If I anvil this book and take the enchantments off of it, can you restore my levels?
Sure. I'll just do /set 30. Actually, is that even a...
I think it's /XP set 30.
I don't know if that's a command that's in the game at this point.
Cool. Can you give me like a stack of bottles of enchanting then?
Yeah. Let me do /help a couple times here and see. /help. Oh no, it is /XP. What is your name on Minecraft?
Captain Crunch. I just changed it from Clapton to Captain.
Was that 30 levels or 30 experience?
30 experience points. Yeah, I think you have to specify levels.
Did that do it?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep, that did it.
Oh, skeleton. Yeah, but I feel like because we both have a lot of history with camping ministry, and I feel like that's really affected our philosophy for doing general youth ministry, because we've seen the benefits that come from having those relationships built, because of the fact that when you're doing camp ministry, you're in such a close environment where you have to build relationships.
Mm-hmm. And youth group, it gets weird because you're like not entirely in that.
Oh gosh. Jump scare. Creeper just dive bombed me.
Hate it when they do that.
Yeah. I'm currently in a ravine mining. Oh,
I hate that you nerfed your library like this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Lure 3.
No shot, you got Lure 3. That's
I'm so upset.
tragic. I mean, I guess it's
Well,
time to get a good fishing
looks
rod.
like I'm getting a good fishing rod. I guess fishing is good for enchantments. I just don't
Yeah.
have I mean, I'll get a lot of experience from it, but I won't get anything good from fishing. Oh, auto fishing farms work in this version.
Yeah.
That's actually really clutch. I might build an auto fishing farm, like an AFK one.
Yeah. Even though we don't ever have the server up. Rant casually for AFK.
Yeah, it might be the topic of a stream one night.
Yeah.
Or see if I can, like, get you to leave the stream AFK for a couple hours.
Yeah. So that would probably be fine.
Yep. But yeah, my philosophy of ministry is really largely shaped by camp ministry. It's based off relationships. Obviously, I think the Bible is very, very important.
Yes.
So that's something that I keep front and center. It's the first thing in our mission statement is we use biblical teaching. So we teach the Bible as it is written. We teach the Bible. We try to keep our lessons pretty exegetical. And if we're not necessarily like walking through like the Bible verse by verse, then at the very least, we're going out of our way to make sure that our lessons refer back to Scripture in meaningful ways.
You're not just saying, this is what I think, and this is why I think this. It's, you know, biblically based.
Yeah. Yes. All right, now I can actually build... Might as well build a fishing pole.
Yeah, might as well. Got a lure 3 hook.
So dumb and garbage. Like, yeah. I didn't realize
So
enchanting
funny.
sucked in this version of Minecraft.
It really does. The only good thing is that it doesn't require lapis. And honestly, I like
but then what the heck
more
do you do with
randomized
lapis?
Nothing. Lapis has no role in this version of Minecraft. Yeah, and honestly, I feel like, you know, I really like how you specifically emphasized, you know, coming alongside and partnering with your church's overall mission statement, instead of just coming up with, oh, this is our youth ministry mission statement. No, you're a part of the church as a whole. You're a subset, you're your own little sub-ministry, but you're still a part of the church as a whole. So rather than coming up with your whole own thing, partnering up with your overall body in that simple manner is a really effective way of helping the kids to remember that they're a part of the overall church. They're not their own church.
Is that something that you do?
Yeah. So our church's mission statement is basic. It's something along the lines of we exist to love God and love people, and take them one step closer to God every time we see them. So basically, just focusing on, you know, the marathon, not the sprint. That we focus on relationships as a church, because that's then, you know, we're not expecting people to become closer to Jesus instantly, but that every time we see them, they're one step closer than they were before. And so again, kind of focusing on that, you know, it's not something that we work on doing overnight, but it's something that we recognize the importance of taking the time and to get to know people so that they can come to know Jesus in a, you know, more relational and time invested manner. I don't know if that made any sense what I just said, but
No, that makes sense. Keep going.
I'm currently running around in a ravine trying to find stuff.
I'm currently building a mob grinder.
W. Yeah, and so like with youth ministry, student ministry, you know, I feel like it's, again, this part might also partially just be me and Nolan's contexts of our churches. You know, they're not small churches by any means, but we're not in churches that have huge numbers. You know, we're not in churches where we have to rely on other people to do everything besides the preaching. You know, we are both at churches where we get to actually get to know the students and get really involved in their lives. Go to the sports games, go get coffee, you know, do all those things as their pastors. And as part of that, the goal behind it is, number one, supporting them, but number two, building those relationships so that through them we can do either casual or formal discipleship just through building the relationships, and help them to get closer to Christ through how we live and through how we care for them, and not just through what we tell them they should and shouldn't do. Because I know every time that someone just tries to tell you what to do, it's not going to be as impactful if you don't know that they care about you. You know, there's the saying, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And that's especially true with youth because, you know, they can see fake easier than most. Like
I've actually heard that a
adults.
million times. Kids smell fake a mile away.
Yeah, because of the fact that they're constantly surrounded by it, so they know what to look for. And because they're already insecure, and so they're trying to see, are these people fake or do they actually care about me? And because of that, we have that ability to truly do life with the kids instead of just being like
Do
a
life
teacher.
together.
Do life together. It's such a cringe Christian thing
I
to say,
hate
but
it.
it's true.
Whenever some Christian girl posts her like wedding picture and is like so excited to do life with my best friend, I unfollow them.
Nolan's a little extreme in some ways. That is Nolan's. That's Nolan's hill that he's gonna die on, is no doing life together.
Amen.
Amen, brethren. Sorry, I'm splitting up all of my iron ore into stacks of 4 so I can smelt it while I'm in a cave. So that way I can get a new pickaxe. But yeah, and so with students, it's you got them for 6, 7 years, middle school, high school, but preparing them for that next phase of life, because again, they're not always going to be in youth group, and so you shouldn't minister to high schoolers and middle schoolers as if they're always going to be sitting in youth group. Part of it is, preparing them to be at college or preparing them to be adults and to understand how to join the church body as a whole and not be viewed just as a youth. And so I think part of that then naturally will blend into like a young adult ministry thing where, we're just starting our young adult ministry. So I don't have much to say here. Literally, we're starting our young adult ministry in, what day is it? The 19th. In 8 days, our first young adult night is happening. And it's
I'm very happy
that
that's not part of my job. I don't have to deal with young adult stuff.
Yeah. And so my church hasn't ever had like a formal young adults group. And so that's part of it, is that it's something that we're launching for the first time. And we're doing it in a very casual, still focusing on that relational side. I think basically the mission statement I wrote up for the young adult group is, we exist to provide a Christ-like community in Kewaunee County, to just build relationships and point each other closer to Christ, and just really zoning in on we're not going to be doing Bible lessons every night. Our programming for the first year, while we kind of test out the waters and see who's interested and who's around, is we're just hanging out once a month to do events or activities. And so through that, building relationships that we can disciple and grow through. And obviously I still am a young adult. And so it's going to kind of be an interesting experiment to see how I lead that group while also technically still being a part of the group, and I'm not quite sure how it's all going to go yet, honestly. And so I'm like looking forward to it, but it is also a little strange to think about that technically I should still be a part of young adult groups and not in charge of it. And so there's some interesting dynamics that I'm trying to sort through how it'll work out. But again, the big thing that I'm focusing on with it is simply just building relationships, and through spending time together, being able to encourage and push people closer to God. It's kind of the same goal that I use with youth ministry. Just that idea of spending time together, building relationships, and using that to encourage and push towards Christ, rather than always being just straight up lessons. And also, I don't currently have time to write a whole other lesson every week. But Nolan, what does your kids ministry look like at your church?
I actually think kids ministry is don't crucify me yet, but I think kids ministry is a lot easier to do than youth ministry.
100%.
With kids, it can be less about relationships and more about strictly teaching. Because I think it is a parent's job to socialize their kids to the point where they're ready to interact and engage with adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So our kids ministries is all about building foundational truths that we then expand on in our other ministries. Nice. So with that one, really important that we're teaching the Bible. Yes. That part is the part that with kids ministry, like even I would say more so than youth ministry, you got to get right. You should be teaching the Bible in youth ministry. In kids ministry, when they're young, it's even more important because that's going to be stuff that like It is easier to build when there's a foundation. It's a construction principle. Same thing exists for kids. If they know Bible stories, then you can explain more what they mean when their brains are actually like grown enough to understand and like comprehend what that means.
Yeah. Using kids ministry as the opportunity to do the foundation work. So by the time they get to the youth group level, they know the stories, and you can just work more on the application side. Yeah. I was gonna say,
I'm also actively eating dinner right now, so sorry if I'm...
That's all right. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, kids ministry is probably the weak point in my job, and that's just because it's not something that I've been as passionate about or have had much training in, realistically, because it wasn't the focus of my degree. You know, I was going for youth ministry, but most youth positions at this point, instead of just saying you're a youth pastor and then throwing other jobs on you, they've just started calling it what it is, which is next gen. Which, for anyone who doesn't know what next gen is, it's simply, you know, birth through college. And so anything that falls within those age ranges falls under the next gen pastor's role. So instead of calling them the youth pastor and then just saying, oh, also because you're our youth guy, you also have to do all these things, let's just say it outright, and that way you know going in what you have to do.
That's why I like student ministry more than youth ministry, because youth is such a nebulous term.
Yeah.
You can say it for like, oh, those youths. It's also a boomer word, so which is another reason I don't like it.
Yeah, and the concept
nobody
of what
talks
youth
about
is
all the
constantly
youths
changing.
except for old people.
Yeah. The concept of what a youth is constantly changing, and so it's hard to use that as a blanket term for student ministry when no one really knows what a youth is anymore.
Here's a fun one.
Yeah.
Jacob, what's the family's role in kids ministry and student ministry?
I was gonna say, we just had this discussion recently, actually, over. I'm trying to remember if that was in our Discord or if that was when I was having dinner with Ben and Jarrett, or when this was that we.
It was probably during dinner with Ben and Jarrett, because I've been reading a little bit about it recently. It might have been just a Discord conversation too, because a couple of months ago on Twitter, I got into an argument with a guy named. I'm not saying his name, but I got into an argument with not an argument. I got upset, I should say. The argument I got into with somebody else, but I was upset by a tweet that I saw put out by a pretty popular Reformed pastor that basically said youth groups should never exist. Youth groups are wrong to have, and here's why. And then he gave reasons why it's wrong to have youth groups, and some of the reasons he gave were one, that they should be treated like adults, and basically starting when they're 14, they should be fully integrated into all adult ministry in the church. Which anybody who's met a 14-year-old knows that they're not ready to be fully integrated into a church's adult ministry. The other argument that was made was that it's this way because fathers are supposed to train their children up, and they shouldn't be outsourcing that to other dudes. Which I actually will say I agree with, but that's in an ideal world that we don't live in.
Yeah, it's the same reason why we have to have parachurch ministries, because the church can't handle everything that everyone needs anymore.
Did you say parachurch ministries?
Parachurch ministries. Shout out EM Colorado Department Anger. Colorado Department. What did I even just say?
EM Department Colorado trip.
Yes.
That broke relationships.
Yes. W. Learn how to have healthy discussions without it turning into an argument. But that's a discussion for another day. It's an important skill that I don't think people realize how important it is until it's too late.
You don't have to pick a fight over everything.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the problems I have with that group of like those super hyper reformed guys that you see on Twitter who are always saying really bold things and then not having the tact with which to say them.
Yes. Because if you treat everything as a heretical issue, you'll never be able to find someone that you can agree with on anything. I'm just going to be fully lost in this mine shaft. Oh, I just found another ravine. This world has a lot of ravines, or maybe I just forgot how many ravines there used to be in Minecraft.
It's harder to find ravines now.
Yeah. Thank you, Creeper. No, so going back to your question, I think that the parents need to be involved in youth ministry. Honestly, I think one of the, a part of the job that a lot of youth pastors neglect is partnering with the parents and using them in the spiritual development of their children and not just trying to sideline them. There was honestly a huge trend there where for a while it was like the atypical youth pastor being like, oh, your parent doesn't understand you. Come and talk to me about Jesus. And that does so much damage to children. Or not even just to children, but to students, into young adults, into like, even as you're like an actual adult, but still considered like a young adult because you're, 30 or whatever. But that idea of, down talking who's supposed to be their leader and mentor just in order to gain more credibility is an incredibly dangerous mindset to have for ministry as a whole.
It leads to youth pastors who are just cross a lot of boundaries and aren't very good at their job.
Yes.
I need to mute myself for a second so I can answer a phone call.
You're good. While he's muted, I'll just talk about Minecraft stuff.
Keep talking into the void. I can still hear you.
I love the void. But no, like Nolan was talking about, I think there's a very important role that parents need to play in youth ministry. I think that youth pastors, and obviously I think youth pastors are important because it's my job. But I definitely think that while youth pastors are important, they aren't supposed to do it all on their own. They're not supposed to be replacing the parents. They're supposed to come alongside the parents and support them in their attempts to help their kids learn about Jesus. It's not supposed to be just the youth pastors in charge of the kids' spiritual development. Rather, they're supposed to be a tool to be. Oh gosh, that is a lot of monsters. Holy! I'm actually going to use this creeper here, I think.
It's true. It's very important that you can be well-rounded as a youth pastor. That you can, you are a pastor to parents as much as you are a pastor to kids.
Yeah.
Your focus might be with students, but
But you're still a
dang it
real
if parents
pastor.
don't need the gospel just as much as their kids do.
Yeah. Ooh, zombie villager. Yeah, and so that's the important thing, is realizing that you're a tool and a resource for the parents as well as for their kids. Your primary focus might be the students or the kids. Your overall role is to help the parents as they're helping their kids. And obviously that looks different for each student because, I have kids in my youth group, and I'm sure Nolan has some in his, whose parents either aren't Christians or are very surface level Christians, and so there are some cases where their parent isn't filling the role of spiritual mentor, and so you do have to take the reins a little bit closer for the benefit of the family in the long run. But you shouldn't ever be trying to take it over entirely if the parent is in a position where they can help or where they're capable of being the lead spiritual mentor. And I think that's something that I learned a lot during my internship. And my intern pastor, he was very good about partnering with the families instead of just trying to be like, oh, I'm the pastor, so I'm the mentor. No, he did a great job of partnering with the families and helping to just be a general resource for the parents while ministering to their students. Which is something that I think is important and something that I wouldn't have realized how important it was if I didn't have that experience of learning from him. I still haven't found any more diamonds. I have so much iron, but no diamonds.
They're hard to find, and they just generate less in this version too.
Yeah, and granted, I haven't been I might honestly just have to do some actual straight up strip mining.
I think you should, because the whole thing with diamond mining is that they spawn. I think there's one diamond vein per chunk.
Yeah. So I probably.
And a vein can be anywhere from 8 to 1 diamond ore.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work my way back up to you, I think. That is a witch.
By the way, do you have any cobblestone you want to contribute to our community mob grinder?
Sure. Honestly, I have no idea where I'm at underground. I might just do a casual little TP. So I am very deep underground. And I ran very far away through random tunnels. And now I'm getting hit by a witch. Okay, witch is done.
Alright. Are you ready?
Yeah. /TV. Hey now.
You're an all-star. I lost the bridge fight.
Bridge.
I feel like you were expecting that a little bit too.
Yeah, I was holding a water bucket. All right, I just dropped a bunch of cobble on your bridge up here.
Oh, I just went to your house to get cobble.
Oh. Leroy. I lost track of what we were talking about, but that's okay.
Family ministry.
Oh yeah. I do think there are people who take it to the extreme of saying, and I think we might have actually talked about this on an episode of BibleCraft, saying that there shouldn't be. I mean, similar to what you were talking about with the tweet that you had seen, of a similar idea of, you know, that youth ministry shouldn't exist as a whole, which is obviously, you know, to us, is we're going to be against that because we are in the field of youth ministry.
I will also say in that vein,
Yeah.
one of the arguments I hear against youth groups is that, oh, they never did this for years growing up. Like, and yes, youth groups have really only been a thing since like the late 80s, early 90s. Like, that is purely, like, I think like some of the first youth groups started up around, I think the really like early ones to the party were in the late 80s, but most youth groups started in the 90s. And granted, 90s youth group was like the Wild West of youth group time.
Crazy stuff happened. That was the epitome of the gross youth group games.
Where you'd have like 2 people licking whipped cream off of like a window or something.
Yeah, just gross stuff. Like, don't ever do that. But
or like, hey kids, today we're gonna drink Diet Cokes through socks.
So
I knew a youth group that did that, and it was mine.
Yeah, and there's some of those that you can still get away with in like a campman environment that just don't go over well in a youthman environment. So there are some people who, there's definitely things that could have a reason why I might actually agree with certain things that they say. But I stand firm in that kids, students, young adults, me, men, women, like, we all need environments where we can learn about the Bible with people in our own similar stages of life and similar ages and similar interests. It's why men's ministries are a thing and why women's ministries are a thing. Hey, how's it going, Psycho? Good to see you. And that's just part of youth ministry, and why it's so effective is because you're able to really zero in on, okay, what is needed in this demographic, and what can be beneficial to them, what is going to go over their heads, what is going to, what do we need to focus on? When you're talking to a 15-year-old, you don't need to be focused as much on why it's important to pay your taxes and how to be a good husband. Rather, you need to focus on why it's important to trust God and how to prepare yourself to be a spouse in the future, and why it's important to honor your father and mother. By the time you're an adult with your own kids, hopefully you're not needing lessons on how to honor your father and mother at that point. And so that's why I think that youth ministry is really important, and it can be good to be used as a tool partnered up with parents, but not as like instead of youth group we're doing this, but rather as a partnership of sorts.
Right, and there's also something to be said for, yes, teen culture kind of started in the 50s. Before the 1950s, there really wasn't such a thing as teenagers. At a certain point, you just got a job, you stopped horsing around, and you went to the mines. You went to work. Yep, and it was really in post-World War II that this idea of like a youth culture really took off in the world, which is really interesting to think about, because that's it's kind of an accepted reality right now. And I think there's oh gosh.
What happened?
Oh man,
I heard that. I'm kind of torching up your area around the mob grinder a little bit, just to kind of make it a little bit safer of a traversal for you.
Also, that's good because it'll stop monsters from spawning outside the grinder.
Yeah, especially
so if you can light up the whole area around it, that would be super, super helpful.
Yeah, I don't have too many torches left, but I will do what I can to at least help limit some of that. Luckily, a lot of this area was already torched up just because of the fact that I live here. What do I hear?
Right, and this is supposed to be a community grinder, so I built it kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
And I know it looks ugly, but also this is a version of Minecraft where everything just was uglier.
Yeah, there wasn't as much variety in the building blocks, which gives it its own little nice casual aesthetic too. That's kind of fun.
This is also like the oldest, like tried and true method of mob grinding that there is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm at half a heart because I got poisoned by a witch.
I do need to get a villager up here so that I can.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you had to do that to help out with some of that. Okay, my poison wore off. Let's see.
And honestly, I think the best way to get villagers up here in this version of Minecraft is either zombie villagers or like minecarts.
Yeah.
Because before you had to have like, well, not before. Yeah, but I think you do need doors up here. But village spawning mechanics were strange. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Can you put leads on villagers in this version?
Maybe.
I don't know. So I'm trying to remember what was possible.
Minecraft, anything is possible.
No. Alright, let's harvest some wheat. Let's turn a bunch of this into bone meal. Welcome back, Darth. Just gonna say, I am working on breeding up my cows so that way I can use my levels before I inevitably die at some point.
I'm back at 16 levels after the fishing rod fiasco.
The incident.
Yep. Very not ideal, but
Nope. I'm trying to remember what you can use.
I can't even AFK fish farm effectively because my Lure 3 fishing rod will break because it doesn't have unbreaking.
True. And there's no mending in this version either. I'm trying to remember what you can use normal eggs for. Is it just cake?
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, that's true.
Which isn't the worst food source.
No, but I don't think I've ever actually used it. Like, I think I've used it in, like, Hunger Games. Finding it in chests, and that's about it.
I think the draw pumpkin pie set has pretty good stat levels.
That's true. So it lasts a while. So I always go for baked potatoes, because they're easy, and they're good stat.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I need to make some more baked potatoes. I haven't made a farm yet.
Oh, that's fair. I might actually test out.
I might try to do I might do a redstone farm. I have a lot of redstone right now, so I might try to do something like what I did in the OG BibleCraft world.
Yeah. I don't even have enough string for a fishing rod. I literally have one string.
I have an extra one in my house if you want to use. Oh, there's one on me.
How many does it take to make a fishing rod?
2.
2? Where are you at? Are you over by the... Oh, I see you. Hello up there. Yeah, I'm honestly trying to figure out ways that I can partner more with parents in our ministry.
What helped for me was my senior pastor has 3 girls who are all in our kids ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just sat down with him and said, "Hey, you're a parent of kids in our youth ministry. What do you want? Like, what do you want from me for your kids? Like, if you weren't my pastor or my boss, what would you ask for?"
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. I was going to say, my head pastor, he just had his oldest son just entered our youth group this year. So that's actually a good suggestion. I'm going to anger this Enderman.
Waiting for the death message.
I'm currently standing somewhere he can't hit me. But I also don't know where he teleported off to. And now his screams disappeared, so now I can't even...
Oh, I did this wrong.
Alright, do you want to toss down that string? I don't know where you're at up there. Oh, I see you. Just toss it down the center and I'll... Oh, did I get it? I did get it. Wow. I see a burning...
Wait, did you get it through the wall?
I did. Because it came through like the seam in the wall. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways to partner more. And part of that is, there's how can we. But a lot of the old style of ideas I'm hesitant to do because of inherent safety risks you can run into. Things like having parent nights and stuff like that. But how do you then background check every parent before they come in? Just different. I'm trying to think through different ways that I could partner with parents more in a capacity where it'll be both safe, but actually, a healthy and a good experience for the parents as well. And it's not.
What I've heard is good is my pastor encouraged me to do this. Is he encouraged me to bring in like a specialist that's not me to run like a seminar for parents at our church, like an afternoon seminar, like by the parents' lunch. We'd be like, hey, there's a free seminar at our church for parents to come so that they can like learn more about what it's like to be Christian parents.
That is a good idea.
I don't know how well it'll work because our church has a bit of an attendance problem sometimes.
Yeah.
Love our church.
I was gonna say, as long as it's not Packers Sunday, we'll do good with that. Our attendance numbers are visibly and noticeably lower, significant. You're looking around the auditorium on a Sunday morning when there's a Packers game. Oh my gosh, it's empty.
Do you have season ticket holders in your church or something?
A lot of season ticket holders, or just a lot of people who just go to the bar all day for Packer games, which is just crazy expensive to me. And part of that's just the dynamic of being so close to the stadium, that we're just going to have a high density of, Packer fans, which as a Chicago fan, but yeah.
Go Pack, go. I would say we're at the bottom of our division.
L-Pack.
You know we're at the bottom of our division right now.
Yeah, part of that's because of Jordan Love getting injured in the first game.
He's following in Aaron Rodgers' footsteps.
Yeah. At least he didn't get injured walking onto the field for the Super Bowl like whoever was last year. Was that on the Chiefs?
Yeah.
That was crazy. It
wasn't Mahomes, but
I was like, there's no way. Yeah, it was. It wasn't even one of their starters, I don't think. But straight up training your whole life for this moment, then you injure yourself walking onto the field and have to get carted off. It's so crazy. Do you need to fish in? Can you just fish in 1 block, or does it have to be 2 block? Do you know?
I believe you can fish in 1 block in this version.
Okay, I'm just fishing off my dock here. Or I guess off my port would be a more technical term. Yeah, this isn't doing very much for me. It gave me a decent amount of fish though, but not it wasn't as good for levels as I thought it was going to be.
I think fishing's better for levels in newer versions of Minecraft.
Yeah. I wonder if part of that's because they realized 1? I'm back 1. I might have missed that something. Yeah, I feel like part of that is probably because they realized that no one was utilizing fishing, and so they did that as a way to increase it getting used. 1 block water. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't quite sure. Well, the good news is I can tell that the villagers are still alive over here because these farms have not been destroyed entirely. Looks like they've been replanted.
The villagers I don't think replant. I don't think they replant in this version.
No? Well, there's about to be a whole lot less wheat over here. Just kidding. I'll plant the seeds. I was gonna say, I don't know who's been maintaining maybe Joe's been doing this? Because I know that we
I think nothing is just getting.
all.
I think just nothing's getting taken.
Yeah. Well, because we ransacked it at the start. All the wheat. Or at least I did. I thought. But I'm trying to think of. I hate strip mining. I really don't want to strip mine. But I know that if I want to get diamonds, I kind of have to. It's just so boring.
I understand, brethren.
Oh, hi, creeper. Poing. Shaboozy. I killed a creeper. Oh man. I need to get a music disc. Isn't music discs like you have to have a skeleton shoot a creeper or something like that?
Something like that.
Actually, I take it back. I think all the villagers are dead. I don't see any over here. So good luck getting a zombie villager up there. I kept finding them down in the caves when I was mining for
Maybe that's where
iron,
they
I
all
guess,
went.
but it's possible. I'm back over here. Trying to think. I was gonna say we kind of covered our main topic for the night. I feel like we've also talked about, you know, our philosophy for ministry a lot, sporadically in other episodes as well. Put my salmon there, put my beef there, and dump everything else in here.
Right. It'd be different because also we know each other's philosophies of ministry really well, so it's not really that difficult for us to ask questions and stuff about it. So like getting guys like Joe and Ben in here would be really interesting.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting to hear Ben's philosophy because I know his philosophy.
I think Ben is far more into the family integrated model of ministry.
Yeah.
Figured out what I did wrong.
What did you do wrong this time?
Just bad on Minecraft, dude. Everything is off by 1 block.
Oh gosh.
Which is the worst.
Oh, yep. Spain.
Everything is shifted because I built the core of this thing wrong.
Oh no. Alright, I'm continuing my chunk mine down until I'm just trying to staircase down. Hey, how's it going, Frank? Hope you're doing well. I'm not gonna mine out the middle of the chunk. I just want to get down to 12. Actually, maybe I will just straight up mine out like 1 block down through the middle till I'm at 12. That way I can start this horrible process of strip mining. What is the strip mining? Because it's what you mine. Do you mine out every, what was it, like? Was it every 4 blocks you mine out?
Every 4 you mine out a little bit more. Yeah,
to the side. Again, I never did a whole lot of strip mining because I just always hated it. Strip mining was always the bane of my Minecrafting. My bane of arthropods of Minecrafting. Get it? Because bane of arthropods. I'm dreading strip mining.
You're tired, dude.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I'm going home this weekend to visit my family and playing the alumni soccer game for my high school team.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say it Emmaus, and I was about to mock you.
Close the yearbook, bro. Why is there a Herobrine shrine?
We thought it would work.
Yeah, Nolan was right around saying, I wonder if this will work. One of these days I should just get on and start spamming redstone torches around. That would be funny. Alright, I think I'm going down to Y10, and then I'll start from here. Alright.
Really good idea.
Strip mining time. Time for the most exhilarating content you've ever seen.
Green moment.
Wow. No shot.
That fast?
That was my first offshoot. 2.
Well, I guess it works.
3, 4, 5. That was crazy luck. I can't believe that worked that quickly. Well. Hey, Ferb, I think I know what we're going to do today. Well, GG's. That was crazy. Alright, well, yep, this is how I'm going to find diamonds. That was a massive W. Literally my first offshoot. Just instantly. Is it every 4 or you skip 4 and then mine?
I think it's skip 4 then mine.
Okay. Have I tried crystal PvP? A little bit. I used to be pretty involved in the PvP scene. And then at some point I stopped because people got too good and I didn't feel like trying to keep up anymore. Every now and then I'll get back into it for waves. The crystal stuff was always crazy to me because it's so much inventory management. And having to go into like your full-on inventory to pull stuff out. And that part I was never good at.
Well, the grinder's working.
Nice. I was waiting
I
to see
just got my first.
Captain
I
Crunch
took
blown
one.
up by a creeper.
It works, I think. I need to get some half slabs so that I can save their lives a little bit when they fall.
But while we have a minute here, like I was mentioning earlier on this stream, if anyone has any ideas for something that could be fun for like just a really long stream playthrough of like whether it's a mod or a certain map or something, let me know. I'm thinking about setting some stuff up for a week in November when I have no coal. Well, guess I'm smelting up a bunch of my wood. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. When my wife is out of town, and I'll probably just grind a bunch of Minecraft or Fortnite or whatever. So whether it's something in Minecraft, in Fortnite, or another game entirely, let me know what could be interesting for like a longer stream, or just a longer series just because of having more time to do it. And I will look into it. One thing that I was thinking about that might be kind of goofy to do with the boys one night, Nolan.
Together.
Well, that, but also I was thinking about just going on and just finding the worst games on Roblox, like just games that even people who play Roblox.
I'm not playing Roblox. If you play Roblox, I'm not joining.
That's all right. Me and Joe were talking about it recently because we both used to play Roblox, but
I always thought Roblox was bad.
Oh, 100%. It's a bad game, but that's part of what's so funny about it. Who was I just watching? I think it was it Joko, I think, posted a Roblox video recently. Which don't watch him, he's a bad person. But not a bad person, just not good language. But there were some crazy games they were finding on there. It's like that could be fun to goof around some night. I also want to try out doing some Skyblock at some point, because I used to be a Skyblock player. Not Hypixel Skyblock, though. That's too nerdy, even for me. But like the old, like the OG Skyblock survival stuff. That's not like a full MMORPG. Because that stuff is just crazy on the Hypixel version of Skyblock. No thank you. There's too much math involved for it to be a survival game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I say as I'm counting blocks to mine for diamonds. I don't even know how many diamonds I want. How many is it for a full set of armor? Is it 32?
24.
24. Does that include tools, or is that just the armor?
That's just armor. If you want a full tool set, then add 5 to it for a pickaxe and sword.
Okay. So that's probably where I got the 32 then. Right now I've got 5, and I already have a good pickaxe that's diamond, but I don't use it because I'm such like the epitome of the person who gets good gear and then never uses the good gear because they don't want to lose it. So I've currently got an efficiency 4 unbreaking 3 diamond pick just sitting in a chest at home. But I'm always afraid of losing my good stuff. Some red.
Tell me why my pickaxe is lure 3. My fishing rod is lure 3, and I'm not getting crap out of this river.
Are you just getting like pufferfish?
Yep. Okay, I got a zombie villager actually, which is gonna be
Nice.
clutch.
I was gonna say, grab that. Well, is it nighttime up there right now?
Hmm.
Nice. I was gonna say, I'm just mining.
You have a name tag?
Maybe. I don't know. You can check my chest. If I do, it would have been one from the village. So maybe honestly check Joe's chest too. Because I don't remember which of us looted the village first. Or the desert temple. But so if there is a name tag, it'd either be my valuables or Joe's. Okay. Well, after the first diamonds that I found, I still haven't found any more. That was my only diamonds for the night, I guess. Yeehaw.
Not me going through Joe's chest while he's gone.
It's alright. Blame me. Oh, I hear lava, though. Barbie lava in them mines. So you said you have your retreat this weekend. What's kind of like your focus of the weekend?
Um, gospel fluency. Nathan's speaking, and it's what he did for his last series, so he's doing it for our retreat too. But it's not like he's copying it. It's more like it's something that our youth group was shooting for, and his youth group was shooting for.
Yeah.
And the retreat's a really natural way to talk about some deeper subjects.
Yeah. That's cool. That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I think our kids got a good amount from that when we did that with them. Because we also just recently did gospel fluency stuff. I just keep reminding into my own minds over and over again. Ooh, that's lava.
I keep doing that too.
That's more lava. And mine back down to the level I wanted to be at.
Just gonna go into the nether and chill for a little bit.
W. How do you, like, what's kind of like your schedule for the retreat?
It's pretty full. I try to keep us moving along at like a pretty fast clip.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's room for kids to like relax and stuff.
Yeah.
This is our own retreat, which is a whole different bear from the other retreats we usually do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we'll do retreats like with the EFCA, where like a lot of stuff is put together.
Yeah.
Doing our own retreat is it's just a very different beast.
Yeah, it takes a lot more effort and planning on your end.
Do you remember the retreat that we had to plan for that class?
Yeah. That was terrible. And part of that was because of the constraints, but the same expectations. We had, for context, we had to plan a retreat, and it was a thing that had been done like for every class that had every year that class ran. They did the same project where there was a certain church where you would plan a retreat for them. But I think you would only plan, you would plan it, but then you'd only be there to run one of the days or something like that. I think was how they'd done it previous years. But we were doing it the year like in fall of 2020. And so COVID was still very much.
COVID was at its peak.
Yeah. And so instead of running a full retreat or planning a full retreat and running a day, we had to figure out how to fit a whole retreat into one day in one building.
Do blazes not take sword damage?
They do.
Then why couldn't I hit it?
I don't know. Was there some weird ping stuff going on maybe?
No, I just didn't. I'm gonna die.
Oh.
I'm like cut off from the portal, and like there's this unkillable blaze blocking my way. I have no blocks, and there are wither skeletons at the other side.
Yeah, that is our spawn was awesome, but it does make getting in and out very difficult because half the time you spawn in and there's monsters literally right there. I was gonna say that's the nice thing about for our winter retreat, we just go to like a big conference in the area.
That's what we do too. Districts, right?
Yep, districts, baby. So we actually just started doing our registrations and stuff, like our signups for that this week.
I was kind of surprised you already started that.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, I'm mining for diamonds. I've currently got 5 on me, so not a whole lot, but I'm working on it. Part of why, so in years previous, it was a flat rate, and then you would just sign up for the conference, and then they would book you into a hotel. So you kind of got a choice of which hotel you got into. You could put your requests in, but it was basically just wherever they put you, they put you. And it was the same fee regardless of what hotel you were in, whether you were in a nice hotel, a hotel with a water park, or just the kind of the janky Super 8. Like wherever you ended up, that's where you got. But this year there's a new director for a conference, and as part of that, this is 1.7.10, so the diamond levels are a lot different than they were, than they are now. So there's no negative Y levels. Hence why I'm strip mining and not just caving. But this year now, because there's new directors, they changed how registration goes to the point where now we have to book their conference tickets and then separately book the hotels on our own, which is going to be such a headache.
That is a headache for you guys, but I bet it makes their lives easier.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But part of that also means that now I don't actually know technically what our rate is going to be per kid. So I just kind of had to make a guess to put a pricing out there, because you have to sign up for the conference and do all that before the hotel booking is even open and accessible. And so it's like there's 2 different dates to do everything. Yeah, it's just a pain. And again, I understand it's probably going to make it a lot easier on the conference. Part of it's probably because there was a huge snowstorm last year, and I'm guessing districts probably didn't communicate all that well with the hotels who was there and who wasn't And so there might have also been some of that where they were wanting to book out those rooms to people but couldn't because they didn't know if the people were there, sort of a thing. But for me, it makes my job a lot more difficult, which is fine. But we're excited for that. It's usually like 4,000 something students.
We do something similar. We have a Impact conference with the EFCA
Yeah.
that we usually do. And Impact is similar. Probably get about 4,000 students out for that, and it's all the free churches in our area.
I actually think I looked into your Impact conference. I think you're actually partnered with Converge as well for that, right?
We might be.
I think it's like actually like you guys are like fully partnered for that conference somehow.
It wouldn't shock me. We partner a lot with. I would not be shocked if we partnered with Converge for it.
For context, Converge is my denomination, and EFCA is Nolan's denomination. So, oh look, a singular minecart track. Awesome. I have found another cave that I've been to at some point.
This nether fortress is like mammoth how large it is.
Yeah, it's a crazy sized fortress. Alright, I'm just gonna run through this cave for a little bit. Never mind, there are 2 skeletons at the end of this cave. This is terrifying. I did it, because I'm better. Nah, I'd win.
You're him.
Nah, I'd win. Nuni. Okay, now how did I get down here? I changed my mind and I want to go back. Oh, that's a spider.
How much of this nether fortress have you explored?
A decent portion. Not a whole lot. I mostly was just kind of exploring to try to find my way out of it.
That's real.
Alright, here's where I blocked in at some point to try to Google something, I think. Oh no, that's when I was reading from Job on the first week, and I had to block in a wall to read it. Go for a swim in lava. Die. Okay, I'm just gonna start mining off in this direction then, I guess. Honestly, if I can get 8 diamonds tonight, I'll be happy. That'll be enough for me. Grab those. There we go. Throw that there. Or just whenever this pickaxe breaks, I'm done. How about that? That'll be good. I just started a new iron pick. This on Hypixel. Yeah, so this is technically on... Or, no, this isn't on a Hypixel SMP. This is a Lunar client we're using as our host. Since we're Lunar client users, there's a way that you can host worlds on Lunar client, which actually Mark, who we've played with a couple times, he was the one who let me know about that. What is that? Oh, blaze rod. For free. Yeah, so if you use Lunar client, you're able to host SMPs for free technically, as long as you're online. So like if I'm not online, the world's offline, sort of a thing. So technically this is just through Lunar, which is kind of cool. I think that's a recent update for Lunar client. But yeah, so this is a free, so that's part of why we're doing 1.7.10 and not anything further back, because 1.7.10 is as far back as you can go on Lunar clients. Which means that that's as far back as we go while also keeping the world free. Because we didn't want to have to pay for it. Is that? My diamonds. Ah, yes. Oh, that diamond just almost fell in the 1 block of lava lift. That would have been so sad. Alexa, this is so sad. Play Despacito 3. Alright, I've got...
I need glowstone, but I don't have the blocks necessary to get up there and get it.
Glowstone is such a cool block. Okay, let's mine this way for a little bit, I guess. Well, the good news is I now have plenty of iron.
That's lucky.
Yeah. Because iron is one of those things that's just annoying to have to continually go back and get more of. And I usually just use iron tools for stuff. Because as long as you have like efficiency 1 on them, they're basically the same as diamond at that point. Especially in this version where diamonds are a lot harder to come by than in newer versions. I guess I forgot how hard it was to find diamonds in the old versions of Minecraft.
Yeah, it was so easy back then.
I can't just go down into the caves and come back up after 10 minutes with full diamond armor. Wow. Do you like 1.8 or 1.9 PvP better? I like 1.8 PvP a lot better. However, I will say 1.9 PvP was a good balancing update because there's only so good you can get at it. I feel like the skill cap on 1.8 is a lot higher than with 1.9. Because 1.9 is more strategic in timing, whereas 1.8 is more who can just click their button the fastest. And so then you have people modding their mice so that they have different ways they can get higher CPS. And so I personally enjoy 1.8 better, but I think overall 1.9 PvP was a good addition. As angering as that makes me, or as angry as that makes me to say, I think that for the game-wise, I think it was a good update, even though I still prefer 1.8.
I agree with you. I don't think spam clicking is a good combat strategy either.
No. At a certain point, you just get combat locked or combo locked, and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. And I enjoy it because it's fun. And it's because I got good at it. I'm not as good at it anymore as I once was because now I have life and job.
Life and wife and
life
job.
and wife and job. Which is good. I shouldn't be able to win 100% of my Bed Wars games and be married. And be a full-time pastor. Just little things in life. But no, I used to play a lot of, honestly, Sky Wars used to be my main game. Not on Hypixel. I was actually kind of late to the Bed Wars grind. I thought Bed Wars was dumb, and so I kept playing Sky Wars more than Bed Wars for a long time. And then at some point, I think senior year of high school, I finally started playing Bed Wars. And I was like, oh, this game actually kind of cool. Do you butterfly, drag, jitter, or normal? Sometimes I butterfly. I used to butterfly when I was in college and played a lot of Bed Wars. Now I pretty much just normal click. Because I find that I'd rather have better aim with my clicking than to butterfly. There's a lot of big Bed Wars creators. I shouldn't say a lot, but there's some of them who, are still able to hold the same combos that people who butterfly or drag click can, just because they time them well and know where to aim. And so that's kind of what I focused on, because that way also my fingers, my hands don't die from carpal tunnel by the time I'm 24. Maybe 25. But I generally just normal.
Hey, how do I get back to our portal?
That is a good question. And I am currently very deep in the mines. How far away from the stronghold did you get? Or for the fortress, I mean.
I never left it. Okay, I'm actually pretty close. I just don't know. Everything looks the same. We didn't put any kind of markers down as to where things are.
Oh.
I see a spot where you blocked in at one point.
Yep. Here, I'm actually going to TP to you. Oh, never mind. You're not in the same dimension.
That's probably... I like that change in Minecraft.
Yeah. Let me know when you're back in the overworld, because I am very lost underground. Oh, I just chucked my crafting table on the ground. Do that. I'll make one more iron pick just to help me get out of the caves. Mine up a little bit more coal while I'm still down here. I don't even know what the current big games for Minecraft PvP are. I know Bed Wars is still decently large, but it's not as big as it once was. Okay. And I know that Sky Wars has kind of died off, and at this point, anyone who still plays Sky Wars is too good at the game for me to play against. But I don't know if there's any new...
Teleport.
Yes, master.
Wait, not yet. Give me a second. Oh.
You were going to run up there, weren't you?
I was going to
You
cast
sly
Covenant to lava you.
dog.
I was actually gonna block you in underwater.
Wow. Let's sleep the rain away. Can we still do that? I heard that lava. I was gonna say, I don't know what the big... I know there was, what was that, hoplite or something like that? I think it was like a big... No. Nolan. Yeah, I don't even really know what the big Minecraft like multiplayer mini games are anymore. That's it. I'm gonna go torch up your mob spawner.
No.
Leave my house and never return.
No. Accident happened.
Oops! I accidentally burnt down your house in Minecraft. Just crazy. All right. Let me do this. I'll do that. All right. Now I can smelt up all my iron. Reminds me of hide and seek. Yeah, I was gonna say there are that night we did hide and seek. That was fun. On the
That was a good night.
That was good.
That was
We need
a
to
lot
pull
of fun.
I thought about pulling out mini games again tonight. We'll have to do a mini game stream again instead of BibleCraft one of these weeks. Just kind of feeling mini games. But I need to figure. Next time we'll need to have like a preset list of like these are the mini games that we're gonna do. Nolan, no. Go away, brethren. Why were you?
I'm making a dock.
No, the stone. Crazy thing to do. Yikes. Okay.
Did you turn off fire spread?
No.
I just placed lava and it disappeared.
It's because I broke your lava. You're currently holding a bucket of water.
I just placed a second bucket of lava that I had and it disappeared.
Oh, I also have a lot more cobble if you still need it for the grinder. Or even just for your house, because I know you need a lot of bricks. Here. Right here.
Thank you, sir. Don't, I'm low. Oh, I'm at a heart and a half.
I heard you go up the ladder. And then I look over to see blue in my upstairs.
There was so much. There's nothing anybody could do. I was making your house to resemble Northwest Iowa this summer.
Yes, flooded. Big oof. R.I.P. Northwest Iowa.
It flooded bad. It flooded really bad. I had 20 gallons of water in my basement, and I didn't even. I had it pretty easy, all things considered.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go do some breeding real quick, and then I should be able to do a level 30 on a book.
Without me?
See what I got.
That's how I got lure, so be careful.
Yeah, I know. But at least that way I don't accidentally put like Bane of Arthropods on a diamond sword is what I'm thinking. Or like blast protection on a diamond chest. Or, you know, like, I'd rather waste a level 30 on lure
Actually, I would take blast protection in this version of Minecraft.
Yeah. I don't know if I would or not. I had it on my first pair of leather pants that I enchanted. Level 30, W. Nolan. Go away.
I'm not killing any. I'm not taking any of your stuff if that helps.
No, I know.
I'm killing the babies.
Oh, great. Awesome. So you're killing the ones that don't even give you any. You're just killing for the sport. Okay, that's enough breeding.
I can say that again. I'm going back to the desert that desert village spawned in.
What?
Was there a desert in this desert village spawn? Or was it literally just like a tiny, like, one block desert the whole village spawned in?
I think it was a full-on desert. I got a Power 4 book. That's actually pretty good.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I mean, no. I'm not kidding you.
set.
Okay, let's see. I need to put some stuff
Oh, no,
away.
it's literally spawned in a beach with some cactuses. There's, like,
Which-
no desert
That's
here.
right. Just nothing. What were you looking for from the desert?
I want to see if I can find another temple.
Oh. I was gonna say, I might honestly go and do some adventuring. Once I put a bunch of my stuff away.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's not an island. It just looks like that because my game isn't loading. My render distance is low because Minecraft would fail to run on my work computer otherwise, because that's what I have it on.
Yeah.
I have a gaming PC, but it gives me a headache when I use that, so I play Minecraft on my work computer.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I don't like big screens. It's why I'm getting rid of my big TV.
Really? Interesting.
Well, also I couldn't fix it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I like big screens, but that's also just different style. Part of that, I wonder if that's also because of the fact that I've always been like a laptop or PC gamer, whereas you were more of the Xbox. So you were always already looking at a smaller screen. Like, just because of the fact that you were further away from it, whereas I was always like right up on it.
Oh, score! I did find another temple.
Where? Did you just
Not
keep running
telling you.
north?
Yeah, I ran north, but I skirted like the edge of that biome.
I wonder if there's any, like, if there's a spawner in this desert.
Mayhaps.
I don't see one. I'm looking for one. This lake here
Oh,
just looks like
this
a
is
heart,
this desert already has the bottom blown out.
though. Who jumped in it? Oh,
I don't know.
I see it. I was looking for a spawner and I just spotted you. That was 100% a Joe thing.
Oh, Joe.
Joe.
That's so annoying. It was like set up like nothing was there.
So funny. Oh yeah, because the orange sand on one of the pillars is gone.
No, I took that out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was untouched when I found it. There is another village over here.
Another desert village?
No, Plains Village.
I was gonna come and check out the acacia biome here.
It's in it's in an acacia biome, but it's
it is?
Mhm.
Nice. I was gonna say, because I haven't explored too much of this biome. I just realized my sword's almost broken. Oopsies. I got 86 hits left. I probably shouldn't run around with it out then. In case I accidentally swing and start breaking grass. Yeehaw.
Okay, I found a blacksmith.
Anything good in it? Ooh, this actually looks like a semi-decent cave.
Oh, that's actually hype. 2 diamonds.
Nice. I have found a good cave here. But I'm not going to explore it right now. I've spent too much time underground tonight.
How do you... Can you, like, farm villagers here, like, and get good stuff from them, or...
I don't remember.
21 wheat for an emerald, okay. Dr. Trayoris is in here.
Dr. Trayoris. Any Dr. Trayoris fans in the chat?
Love that. I hate that the NTDM is like getting into fights with KSI over YouTube sponsorships now.
Is that what I was gonna say? You kind of mentioned that before we hit go on the stream. What are they fighting about?
Because KSI and Mr. Beast started like making like their own Lunchables.
Oh, that whole thing.
Yeah, and so Diamond Minecart guy was like,
Twitter beat
"This is literally the most soulless thing ever."
It really
is. And everybody else is like, it's like, you guys are literally just selling like a nothing burger and calling it merch. Yeah. And then KSI like retweeted a bunch of pictures of like Dan the Diamond Minecart's merch and said, "Hey, look at all these nothing burgers."
It's so funny. It's honestly the best response you could do to something like that. I mean, I agree with all the people who were like calling them out, like they were trying to say it's a healthy alternative while they're all actively like putting Prime and candy bars in each one. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's such a small thing to then like be beefing about. Oh, I just found a surface ravine with lots of iron.
Nice.
This acacia biome has a lot of good caving spots. When's next stream going to be at? Next stream will be on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep, it'll be a shorter gap between streams on the BibleCraft world.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think our next... Tuesday will be Minecraft again. The reason we did Thursday for Minecraft is because there was a new Fortnite game that we all wanted to play.
Which was really good, but
it was fun.
After getting Henchman 6 times in a row, we weren't too keen on playing it anymore.
I was going to say, I might get on for a little bit after stream tonight and just play some Fortnite.
Oh, really? My house is clean enough for Nathan. Honestly, you want to call stream half an hour early and go hop on Fort for a minute?
I might be down. Because what time's Nathan getting over to you?
Hang on, I found another temple village combo.
Nice.
Nathan's gonna get in at about. He said originally he left to be at 3, which means he should be here within like another couple hours. But I also know he got lunch with his mom.
Yep. I was gonna say Janessa's babysitting for a family, not her regular family tonight. So I know that I'm not really even sure when she's gonna be done with that. But yeah, so our next stream will be on Tuesday. I think it'll be Minecraft. I don't know if it'll be BibleCraft or if we're going to go do some mini games. I might be keen for some mini games depending on what the boys are up for. Are we both running in different directions, loading in chunks? Because it's taking years to load the chunks in.
Possibly, actually.
I'm just trying to circle back. Ouchie. Oh, that's water. Okay. So Tuesday will be next Minecraft, and then on Thursday we'll do another Fortnite. Again, well, actually, wait. What do we have? Maybe Hive. That could be fun. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go Bed Wars on Java or if we'll go back for some Bedrock mini games. Those were kind of fun. They were less sweaty, more just kind of goofy. Very much more the style of like party games.
Bedrock Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, that could be fun because we haven't done that in a while now. And again, not as sweaty as Java Bed Wars, which is always a good thing. Because Bed Wars is obscenely sweaty for a Minecraft minigame. I say as I'm block jumping across a lake. I'm just trying to get home.
I'm trying to circle back through the desert toward home.
Yeah, I'm currently running through the dark oak forest that was nearby.
Yeah, I forgot deserts, like, all the biomes are so empty. I think that's my biggest complaint with old Minecraft, is how empty these biomes are.
Yeah, a lot of them, because they just hadn't added stuff to most of them. And so it does just feel like you're just running through emptiness. That's why I do like a lot of the mods. Like one of the mods that I put on the Twister Survival was just like the more villages or something like that. I don't even remember what it was called. But just added more structures and made the world feel more alive than this sort of stuff. And then even with the newer versions of Minecraft, they added the villages for every biome. What was your idea?
Now, since, like, I think Ben was the biggest hurdle to doing, like, a modded server for BibleCraft.
Yeah.
And since Ben's taking a break from BibleCraft, do you just want to full send it and do mods next season?
I honestly think that would be a fun idea. Change things up, give it something different, a unique tinge. I honestly have no idea where I'm at right now. I'm kind of lost.
You want TP to me? I'm closer to home.
Wow. Oh.
Do you have any, what's it called? Do you have any food?
Yeah, here. Steak.
Praise the Lord.
That's what they call me. Just kidding. That's heresy. But yeah, so we might do Hive stream on Tuesday. That'd be fun.
You didn't realize that all pastors are Jesus incarnate?
That is too much to unpack on this week's episode of BibleCraft.
I was joking. That's actually actively not true.
I hope you would.
That's like very far removed from the truth.
Is our home area just like right by 00? What's it called?
I believe that's where we spawned in. I don't know where we are right now because we kind of spawned in edge of a desert.
I just found. Did you find a plains village or an acacia village?
Oh, I found an acacia village.
Because here's another village.
With a zombie villager outside.
I'm running to see if there's a. So many skeletons. One of us has been here because the crops are harvested. There's Dark Oak.
I think it's been Joe. Joe's done more.
Just roaming. Yeah. Oh, I'm
It's
out
the
of
difference between
springs.
roaming and aimless wandering. Joe exploring is like Joshua Block going to a new city.
Crazy. I've started following that a little bit more because all of a sudden you started popping
It
up on
is
my
so
TikTok.
insane, dude. It's like the
Yeah.
guiltiest pleasure in the world is like. No, it's not a pleasure. It's like
No.
I find it
It's
fascinating.
like a car crash.
It's yes, I think that's a good way to describe it. It's not good. It never makes me feel good to watch that. Otherwise, I would be an actual monster.
Yeah.
But it's like it's intriguing and a little bit fascinating because it's like it is a case that is unlike anything that has ever happened before.
Yeah. We're watching. It's basically an alcoholic's diary play out in front of your eyes every day.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually use it to like educate my kids on like what alcoholism does to people, like
Yeah.
unironically, because he like if you like pull clips from like before then, and then there's actually a guy who started like tracking the drinks that the guy had
Oh
on
my
camera
gosh. Yeah.
and like what his BAC was from it, because he and like
I think I
that's
sent you the one
excluding
from literally like this week. All of a sudden he hit like 0.5 BAC. And it's like, you should have died.
those numbers aren't right.
I don't know.
Your blood cannot be 50% alcohol, dude. The guy because calculating your blood alcohol percentage is like an actually complicated kind of process.
Yeah.
Because you have to calculate like based on like average like BMI and stuff goes into that too is one of the numbers you use to calculate it. Um,
I have no
and then
idea
like
where I'm at right now.
breathalyzers will tell it too, but breathalyzers actually like are 100% accurate because it's using like information that they can take straight from your body.
Yeah.
0.4 is a fatal dose. And also like the previous guy who was doing like the tracks for it was actually doing it because he was concerned with like helping the guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, you need to know like what's going on. But the new guy is trying to like push like, oh, he hit a new record today and stuff like that. And it's like,
which is just kind of sickening.
yeah, and it's the same guys who are like literally like filming videos of this guy self-destructing and like, oh, hit a new record, dude. Let me get my camera out first.
Yeah, that's the other interesting thing to me is how far will people keep pushing him before people stop trying to turn a profit off of him?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how far does it have to go?
Yeah.
Because I think the guy who's doing it right now, I don't even, what's his name?
Mr. Based or something like that?
Mr. Based, New York City. The guy is a previous, like, he's in the prostitution business.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is, like, an actual, like, he's a John. Like, that is what he did. And, like, he's gone on camera, like, just saying really sickening and horrible stuff about women.
Yeah.
And to me, that just says that he is, like, no shame about how far he goes to use people for money.
Making money off of a guy while actively getting him drunk just so he says things to get clicks. And then keeping the money, but only giving him, like, a very small amount of it. It's very strange. But it's an interesting case study in
I will say this. It's exactly the same business model that guy probably used with prostitutes.
Yeah. He's pimping out Josh Block. Like, but instead of, I'm not going to go too deep into prostitute stuff because, you know, if you know what it is, you know what it is. But instead of that, he's pimping him out for, I don't want to say comedy, but for the curiosity of those who are watching. Almost to to a different level of destruction. Okay.
Still going to ruin the guy, but...
Yeah. Do we have any idea where we're at this point?
Roughly negative 400 was where I built the mob grinder, and it was in a birch forest biome.
Okay.
We've got to be getting close. I think we are pretty close if we keep going this way.
Okay. Somehow you're invisible on my screen, because I can hear you, but I cannot see you. Can you see me? Yep. I can't see you. Ah! Alright, this is negative 400. Ah! Yeah, I have no idea where we are.
I have a radical idea. How much stuff do you have on you?
Lots. How much stuff do you have on you?
A full inventory.
Oh gosh. Well, uh, I think we might end stream there while we still just aimlessly wander and try to find our way home. Yeah, we'll say that. I think we'll call it there for the night. Nolan's around me, invisible somewhere. I hear him. Ah, no. But thank you all for joining for this week's episode of BibleCraft. We'll be back next week with some more Minecraft of some sort, and then a Fortnite stream on Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions to talk about on BibleCraft or any suggestions for just things to do in general, whether that's in Minecraft or Fortnite. Join the Discord, follow us on Instagram, do all that cool stuff. And we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.